Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the DCUO SourceCast. I'm, of course, Trex, and alongside me, Brady Bunch style, is Vagrant.
What's up?
And beside him is our good buddy, Super Patriot.
Oh, I get third billing now?
If you have a webcam, you will be where Vagrant is, but you know.
How come you're on here twice? That's what I want to know. We got you, and then we got a picture of your tune.
He's egotistical, you know?
Oh, my apologies.
I'm aware of that.
Hold on. I am sorry.
He loves viewing himself.
I forgot to hit play on the little video that shows everything. See, now I have to get Vagrants in here too. That just put more work. See, there you are. You were there right in the video. There you go. So, thank you so much for joining us. FNL, right? Wow. Just took forever. But, of course, we'll get into that in a little bit, because we're going to strangle Balkan when we see him. Our good buddy Balkan. Going to be strangling him good. So, how's everybody been doing? How's everybody's 4th of July holiday?
Fantastic.
Yeah, mine was good.
Explosion-y.
Explosion-y. Anyone lose a finger? I need to know.
No.
All digits attached.
Good. Excellent. My mom went out of town, so I had the whole place to myself, and I had our dog Darby. He does not like fireworks because he is in fact a dog. So I'm trying to play video games Friday night. No, dogs on my lap, just all moving around, and I had to shut my computer. I just had to stop gaming, and I was really pissed. So I went to the other room and started watching Supernatural until I fell asleep. Happy 4th of July, America. Happy Independence Day. Can the British take us back yet? Are we at that point?
No, I don't think we want that.
We love independence.
I miss the Queen. So, alright, so let's go ahead and go straight into FNL as soon as I find my mouse with 3 screens. It's all sorts. I got like a laptop over here too. I should really probably take a picture of my setup because people probably don't want to know. Alright, Friday Night Legends. We have our good buddy Balkan and my good buddy Kaiser 007. I've actually been talking to him through stuff. And he's a really great guy, another great YouTuber as well. And their league, Team Awesome, was in FNL in the Prime Battleground setting. And I think they are number 1 now.
Yeah.
And a strong number 1 to boot.
Yep, they completed level 90, right?
I think, did they stop at 91?
I think they were attempting 91. I don't remember if I think they wiped at 91.
Yeah, so they got up to 90. I think is how the scoreboard's going to go. So, but wicked showing, and good job to all around, to the whole team, to the whole league. And yeah, I mean, we did start our show closer to 9 o'clock because you guys went an extra hour, because you played it safe. It was slow and steady. You went up 1 level each time. You didn't go for brass tacks and just went, oh, we're only at 88. Let's go ahead and shoot up to 94. Let's do it. You did slow and steady. But my sleep is going to be feeling this. So thank you, Balkan. I blame you. I don't blame Kaiser. He's cool. Balkan, I'm blaming you and your Batman-inspired mask. All of you blaming it.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason why your sleep's going to be hurting so bad.
Why is my sleep going to be hurting so bad?
Well, because of the new announcement they had on FNL.
What was their announcement on FNL?
DLC 11 is on the test server, and I'm not seeing it on the stream yet.
No, you're not. Because,
but do know that we are on the test server, me and Trex.
Yes, he's flying around his league hall.
We get to look at it, and you don't, Soups. I'm sorry, man.
You guys turn it on, I can see it.
I'm looking at things like Intergame Crime Wave, Operation Tier 6, you know.
He's looking at the queue. He's not actually in
Alerts Tier 6, Themyscira Divided, alongside League Hall Security Breach.
He's looking at the listing. He's not in it. I see it on the mini map.
But at least I get to see it. You know, Super Patriot can't. He can turn on his PS4, and he can't. You know,
So,
you know, PC gets that little bonus.
That's it. I'm gonna go jump Villains Under Siege right now.
there you go. So, we already had a really. It's planned to be a long show because we have a lot to cover because a lot happened last week, and we didn't have a show last week because it was the holiday. So the devs kind of like threw some cool preview streams at us last week, and now it's all playing from last week and this week. So let's go straight into the first topic, which let me switch screens again. Boom. Let's first talk about Game Update 38 hit the live servers last week. Now that Soups has got his hands on it a little bit, how are you liking Game Update 38?
I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. The survival mode obviously is all the rage right now. We've gotten up to round 4, and I've been having issues, man, tanking that for some reason. I keep getting countered and all that. I got to work on my countering back and keep myself from rage crashing. Been having some sound issues too. First time I screwed up with the sound issues on it, I forgot to plug my optical cable back into my mix amp, so I had like no game sound, and I use the game sound to gauge when I go to cancel my crash more than I do by watching my loadout. And so that was screwing me up. And then the other time we ran it, that doesn't happen. Only stupid people do that, and I was stupid that night. And the other time I was having some sound lag or whatever. I don't know. I was having trouble.
Vagrant, how are you guys? I don't think. Oh, sorry, Soups.
I don't know. I don't know if Rage is the best for survival mode, to be honest with you.
Now with that, what is your loadout?
I've got, oh Jesus, I've got Rage Blast in there for the single taunt. I've got Severe Punishment for activating the Rage.
Of course.
I use Dreadful Blast to cancel a Rage Crash, because that's the one I know I won't be forced. I won't feel like I need to combo into.
Yeah.
And I've got Ire, Vindictive, and damn, I can never remember the one that's like freaking Backdraft.
Oh, Without Mercy.
Yeah, Without Mercy.
Yeah, I had to, when I was on the test server with it, I had to switch it up. I had to take out my Outrage, which I've always been using. I took out Outrage and brought in Eviscerating Chain so that I could be my single target pool. And of course, when it was between the bosses and the rounds, when we had the rounds, I had which one does the multi-pull?
Ragebringer.
Yeah, I used Ragebringer. Then before the boss came out, like that couple of seconds of non-combat, switched it out. Here comes Rage Blast for my single target. I haven't had a chance to use an Armory with that kind of setup because I'm not sure how Armory would really react to it. If I would be on that 10-minute cooldown the whole time until I'm out of combat or what. I haven't tested that yet. Yeah. Or even the lag when it comes with the Armory.
Yeah. So Brittany brings up the point I was getting ready to make about Rage in the chat there about how it may not be the best for survival mode. It's because if you separate the bosses and everything, then you're only getting a health buff for that one
That's right.
enemy.
That is right.
All that. The more enemies you have around you as a Rage tank, the more your health gets buffed up. So like tanking adds with your Rage is like gold. You know, I mean, you will probably never die. You know, because the more ads are attacking you, you know, the more your health is getting buffed up. But against a single target boss, yeah, it's not the best. It's not the best.
Yeah,
like you said, you know, it's just, you keep them a little bit closer together and all that, but close but separate, and you should be all right.
Yeah, Vagrant, have you guys had a chance on your league or Legion to test out the tryout survival mode?
Yes, they have. Most of the time I log in, they've already been they've already done it. But I plan to get on as soon as possible and get it because it's limited time. But I bought a teleporter. Definitely use that to like my greatest advantage now. And generators are pretty cool. And I also bought the classic Batman Legends character because I had 100 marks of legend already saved up for it. So yeah, that's pretty much my stance on it right now. I mean, I'm like geared and ready for it. I'm just most of the time I get on, my league's like, oh, you just missed it. And I'm like, well, I don't want to pug it. I don't want to pug it.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to run it yet because this entire week has just been, I haven't touched a video game since Friday night, and it's just been really crazy busy for me. And survival mode is something I definitely want to do, but most of my league mates are not really on when I'm on, so it's kind of hard for me to grab my league mates and just go, hey, let's go do this. So, but I mean, you know me, I'm gonna scream, I'm gonna cry about it, but I think I'm just gonna try plugging it just to see the failure, just to see it. But
I've heard stories about pugs making it to at least like round 4 or 5ish. So.
Well, it's also just remember here that
I've heard stories about not making it past the first round of wave 1. So the first wave of round 1. So yeah.
Well, and speaking of survival mode, congratulations to I keep wanting it's select few, right? Brittany select few, or is it her reject few that she puts on her Twitch?
Oh
it
man.
Is select few.
Okay.
They almost beat round 9 late last night.
Yeah.
Dude, I was logging off the game, and people were talking about, man, Brittany's league, they're really going hard on survival mode right now. And I was like, is she streaming it? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm going to log off and watch this. I sat here for the next 2 hours watching them. They had some epic moment during that where they had like 5 people go down, and they were able to rally all of them up.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god. They lost one guy at the beginning of the final wave of round 9. They're fighting Arquillo and Sinestro.
Okay.
They split the tanks up the tanks got split up way too far apart, and they lost one of the tanks. So one of the DPS switched the tank stance, and it was going in there, and they were doing good. They were doing really good. Every once in a while somebody get knocked out and all that. They get picked back up and everything. And then things started going downhill for them, though, a little bit. Just a little bit. But they recovered, and they got their pace back. They had one of their members, he was an off-troller, accidentally fled. When he got picked up, he fled by... Yeah. And, oh my god. Action from him on there was like and he got really quiet, and he's like, oh my god.
I can just see the conversation. Brittany, don't talk to me. Do not talk to me.
But you know who it was, Trex? It was Eminence. Yeah.
I'm laughing with you, Emmy. I'm laughing with you. Heart you.
No, I know. Even after that, though, I mean, they recovered and all that. They got a pace back up and everything like that. And then, element of the community being part of the community that that it is, some douchebag or two started spamming chat invites to the tanks, or at least one of them. And yeah, and that ended up killing them all.
Really?
Yeah. Somebody started spamming chat.
People you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
Oh man. I probably would have punched my monitor at that point. There's a reason why I have red hair and why Awesome Man said I look like Gar Gardner. I do carry the rage with me.
Just steal their souls.
If someone was doing stuff like that to me, you best believe something would have been broken that night.
I mean, it's like I said. I mean, they got their pace back. After losing those two guys and everything, they got their pace back and everything. They were doing really well. and they would have. I honestly, God, I think they would have beat round 9 out because they almost had Arkillo dead, and then after that, you only got to worry about the one boss, and honest to God, I think they would have gotten it done, and that somebody got on a barcode named Alt. One or two of them got on a barcode named Alts and just started spamming voice channel invites to the tank.
Jeez. And there's no way to turn it off right there because you're in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, because you got to bring the menu up and everything. I mean, it's like, I was watching them dropping repair bots and everything for each other in there, and it was like, I mean, and even doing that, opening up your inventory, putting the bot on your on there. That could be a life or death situation right there too.
Yep.
That is just wow. And
then also a shout out to, I believe it's DCUO Revolution, because I saw the tweet. Shout out to you guys as well. I think you guys were on round 8 as well, or going into round 9. So congratulations to you guys on the PS3/PS4. And all I have to say is, or really ask, where are my PC brothers at?
I know, right?
Where are my PC brothers? We don't get lag. All right? We don't get disconnects. Where are we at? I mean, what's up with this? We're supposed to be the PC master race. The PC master race means we're above everybody else. Not these little console players. What's going on? So, but I still love you guys on the PS3 and PS4. I mean, I got mine over here behind the TV set, so she's great for Netflix. The game is uploaded. It's updated. I just don't have time to log in. And I know Brittany kills me every time I do that too. All right, so next bit of topic. Jens came on to stream with Meps showing off Wonder Girl and Kyle Rayner.
Oh, I loved this. It made me so giddy. This was the first time I had gotten excited for a Legends character in a really long time. I'm sorry, I was like, Wonder Girl and Supergirl's great. But freaking Kyle Rayner, he's my favorite Green Lantern.
Of course he is. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about Wonder Girl. She will be coming in, I believe she's coming in Game Update 39, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, she is. She's on test server right now.
That's right. So, I don't remember anything from Wonder Girl. I think I caught more about Kyle Rayner because it was just the holy crap, what's going on. So, does anyone else remember anything about Wonder Girl, guys?
Like her background, or like, what do you mean?
The character, how she played.
Very AoE centric.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me too. I'm trying to remember that stream because so many other things have been streamed the past past week or so.
Yes.
From them guys that I'm like, shit, yeah, they did stream freaking Kyle in Wonder Girl.
And it was literally in the middle of a work day for me. So I'm at work, just chilling, having a good time. Well, not actually having a good time because I'm at work and I hate it. So, but I think I see like a tweet first. It's like, hey, we're going to be streaming Kyle Rayner, Wonder Girl. I'm like, what? Then I got the email. I'm like, oh, holy crap. Stopped playing a video on my phone, went to Twitch, and I was getting chewed out by the boss, and it was playing in the background, so at least I came back to something happy. So that's probably why I don't remember Wonder Girl, because I was getting chewed out during the Wonder Girl part. But I was there for Kyle Rayner, so let's talk about Kyle Rayner. Yeah, Wonder Girl right now is actually on the test server, so if you don't know anything about Wonder Girl, go ahead and hop on in to go test her out and have fun with her. Now, Kyle, wow, talk about OP. Talk about need to be the nerf. He needs the nerf pencil, all right? Nerf pencil out the gate. So
he has both. He has both. He has the Blue Lantern ring and the Green Lantern ring. It's
And the way on how I was thinking that was going to be done was I was actually expecting him to start off with the Green Lantern suit, Green Lantern ring, Green Lantern loadout. Then, like, your sixth button or whatever is actually a button that will transform into using blue powers. You switch to the Blue Lantern, like almost like an armory type of thing. and then you have a loadout for Blue Lanterns. No, it's the whole blue outfit with the Green Lantern ring lit up, and it's just a combination of stuff on the loadout. First things first to talk about is, of course, he doesn't have a baseball bat. He has a pencil. So kudos to the art department and all that for being really true to the character, because Kyle's an artist. He has the best imagination out of anyone in the Corps, and he has a pencil. And that proves that he's an artist. Something else can jump in, too, besides someone eating pizza. You're going to share?
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I saw it! I saw all of it.
At least I'm muting the mic while I'm eating.
Yeah, we don't want any ginger smacks. Oh, I don't get points for the pun.
Oh man.
No, that was freaking horrible.
Yeah, that was a horrible pun. It almost took my soul.
Oh my god. all the villains on the freaking chat right now need to come to me because the heroes are ganging up on me. I would give Trex a bite, but he's like 2 hours away.
I have a 2-hour drive, yeah. And by that time, the pizza's cold, and it's just going to be a whole thing. But I'll still eat it, though. So, another ability that I saw from Kyle Rayner was I think it's actually like his 6th ability, and
It's the moons.
It's the moons. It's the blue moons. Then you have green magnifying glass, and 4 of them, and they beam down to one spot to do uber damage. I was completely blown away. I saw that, and I'm like, that's amazing. You can easily slide out of the way, but you're going to probably take a little bit of damage. But if you stay there for the whole time and you cry nerf, you're on your own. You stood there and took it. You're not Bane. And even if you are Bane, stop it. Play smart. But that'll be the first ability I see when people go into test servers to start crying nerf. That'll be the first ability. But I am excited because Kyle Rayner, the whole Kyle Rayner legend is really badass. Really, really good.
It really is. That, and he's one-handed. I say in the one video, we haven't seen a one-handed Legends tune since Joker.
That's true.
It's about time we get more than brawling and martial arts. Just saying.
However, that being said though, we have yet to see a bow using Legends character.
That's true. That is true.
Where's Green Arrow?
Green Arrow!
I'm sorry. After CW's Arrow, I don't want the Oliver Queen from comic books. All right. I don't care what kind of deal they have to make. I want Arrow from CW. All right. I want Stephen Amell in this game. That's who I want. I'm not going to get it, but I can dream. Have you seen that dude's workout videos on his Facebook? That doesn't sound as creepy as it should, but the dude, he's at a free runner gym in LA before he went to Vancouver because they're now shooting Arrow. But his workouts was actually during free running, and every time I watched it, I want to go to LA and do free running because it looks like so much fun. And if you haven't seen these videos, I recommend going to Stephen Amell's Facebook page and just watch them all. You'll just...
Free running is so hard. You gotta you gotta be a superhero if you're gonna go free running.
I know! I want to do it. I want to fail miserably. That's what I want to do. I want to go there, record myself failing miserably. And have that fat guy breathe. God, I gotta catch my breath. I want to do that. But it does look like so much fun. And seeing Stephen Amell do it, and the fact that he's playing Arrow, watching him do it's like you feel like a superhero just doing that. You do.
Well, the show is really good. I like the show a lot.
Yeah, season 3 is coming too. They picked. Oh, all right. I'm getting off topic. Sorry. I can talk.
Back to DC Universe Online.
All right. So the next stream that they did was actually earlier this week, if I'm not mistaken. It was Wednesday. It was Halls of Power Part 1 preview stream. And on this one, we had, of course, Jens Anderson Spittle, and then my bud, Dizzy Kraken, who apparently looks a little bit like Jerry the King Lawler. And that is a compliment. And people in chat noticed it before I did. Once they said it, I'm like, oh, look, it's Jerry the King. What? No, it looked at the goatee. Oh my god, it is the goatee. It's the King. Dizzy Kraken, the King Lawler. So, they brought out information about Halls of Power, giving us a glimpse of the necropolises on New Genesis and Apocalypse, giving us a look at the dredges, and yeah,
the bugs,
and the bugs,
and the parademons,
and the parademons.
Are we going to get to look at any of this yet here on the show? What are we doing here?
Well, I'm stuck in the league. I'm not able to go into that stuff, so I don't have the appropriate CR because they literally just opened up the test server at 8:30 when FNL was going on, and I was busy setting up the show, so I don't have any of that to show. I'm sorry.
Do you have a hero that has the appropriate CR?
That would be a negative. Actually, what is the CR to get into that stuff?
100.
Oh, is that all?
Yep.
I think I have a rage tank that can do that.
Ooh.
Because my rage is my main on my test. So, so let me switch characters.
I have a feeling that because we're getting it's tier 6. So if you got 100 CR, you're going to be able to do all the content that's in Halls of Power. So.
I think they made that
kind of like we were able to do with Origin Crisis and then Wastelands and then Lord of the Light.
Yeah, they probably made the CR requirement 100, so most people that is getting into tier 6 could do it. You don't need like all of the armor from tier 6.
Right.
All right, so let me get. Apparently, I get straight into a group with Camel and Grid. They ninja invited me, and they know how I feel about ninja invites, but that's on live, so it's okay. I still love
ninja
them.
Invites.
So let me at least make sure I can actually queue into that crap. And like all my stuff is broken.
How many people do you have?
Apparently we have 3. I mean, we're not gonna do like a full run. All right, let me go ahead and say that now. We're not gonna do a full run, but we can at least walk in.
What are your roles?
We just need a DPS.
Oh, I wanted to troll. I guess I could.
We're not running it. I'm just walking in.
Oh, dang! Oh.
We have a show. I can't run a thing and do a show at the same time.
I feel like Super Patriot wouldn't mind if we ran a tier 6 alert on the live stream.
I was saying, at least, let's go in there. Let's see, the areas. Where do we go to get to those areas? Where's the gear vendors at? These are questions people want to know in the chat, Trex.
Well, this is a thing that I didn't actually prepare for because I didn't think DLC 11 was going to hit the test server today. I was all prepared to talk about league halls to show it off a little bit.
We can still do that.
Yes,
that for sure.
Oh yes. So we're already talking about Halls of Power, so let's go ahead and just hop on in. Go and hop on a hero, and I'll get Camel to invite you.
I totally am. Invite Vagrant Rage, even though I'm not Rage. I'm light right now.
One word?
Yep.
All right.
Oh, come on, Trex.
Hey, I am making sure that his is one name. It could have been 2 for all I know. There could have been X's in there.
All I know is that at the supply vendor there is a crap ton of supply bots, and I could not talk to the NPC. So thank you, whoever did that. You're messing with the live stream. Jeez. Alright, so should I switch to sorcery? Because that's what I am currently on live.
Alright, just telling them what we're doing.
Alright, I'm gonna get the newest armor to show it off for you.
Thank God.
Trex.
I'm actually coming to you.
Aren't you glad that you got another PC guy right now?
I
can
do,
show
but I
off the new
still
armor
love
for
him.
you and stuff.
That's true. Are you actually already in that place?
No, I'm right outside. In terms of heroes on the Watchtower,
right.
you know the opposite side of where the Themyscira Divided teleporter and the Mogro teleporter is?
I'm actually
Just go
right.
to the exact opposite side, and then you'll see Mr. Miracle, along with a colony trader.
I was expecting him to be taller.
Mr. Miracle? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and answer probably what some people are wondering. Is there 2 DPS sets? And it looks like there is.
Oh my God.
A might and a precision set, guys.
The stats.
Again.
Okay.
Oh wait,
okay.
no,
I'm going to test. I'm opening it up.
There is no might and precision set. There is just 1 DPS set. I thought there was 2.
Okay.
So you got a healer and a DPS set. The stats on it, I am currently wearing all of the Amazon stuff, and it is socketed with tier 6 mods. And let's see. It looks like a pretty significant jump, because, let's see, I have 133 defense on my helmet, increasing 134 health, minus 14 power, which is kind of weird, but that's probably because of my mod. Plus 103 precision. It seems like a pretty significant jump.
I'm just ecstatic right now for the fact that I'm looking at here on the stats. I'm just looking at the neck piece, and the difference on the stats between what you're looking at and what you're wearing, it's on the side. It's
I do
finally
like that.
beside.
I do like that change there.
The small stuff. It's the small stuff, folks.
Yeah, I said that I like that a lot in my overview.
Oh, and the style's on top. It will actually tell you the style name on top before it goes to stats, so you don't have to scroll down anymore. Quality of life, folks. Quality of life. Very cool. Oh, we even got the new weapons too. Well, they're all the same styles, but they're old styles, but new weapons. Which they did say that they're going to start doing, like, new styles for weapons, probably like every other DLC kind of thing. They're not going to always do it for every DLC now. Kind of spaced out.
Nice.
Alright, so you all dressed up yet? Or are you still in you're still in the closet?
It's a little annoying that on the test server they don't like increase the max amount of marks that you can wear. So I have to buy a couple pieces, go back to my inventory, make it to where I have a max amount of Marks of Fury, equip them, then go back and get more PvE currency. So I think I'm almost done.
Okay. Yeah, I'm already looking at you a little bit there.
Just need the legs, the boots, which I'd have to go into my inventory again.
Yes, the heroes are getting styles.
You guys are doing one thing, all right, it frustrates me a little bit with the PC testers.
What's that?
Right? You guys are going in there, you guys are getting on, and you're buying all the new gear.
Who are you talking to? No, who does not do that? Huh?
Because you're buying all the
Excuse
new
me,
gear.
Vagrant. Who doesn't do that?
Instead of running the new content with the current gear that's available on live.
He must not know me. He doesn't know me. I don't buy the new gear. I don't.
I know Vagrant is.
Well, I mean, he's doing it to show it off. He's doing it to show it off because someone declared we have to show it off.
All right, yeah. This is the. Let's see what style is this called. This is the Insect Colonist,
which you get
Mep
from the vendor.
Before.
Yeah, that you get from the vendor, and then the ones that the styles for the bugs for the heroes in the instance are actually different style. That's the secondary.
I think what I like most about this set is you can kind of look like Blue Beetle. and he is my favorite DC hero.
Yeah. Yeah,
Love
people
me
are
some Blue Beetle.
See, people are hating on the bug style for the heroes, and okay, truth be told, it's not the best for heroes. It's the villains with the parademons have a little bit better, but I mean, that back style for that little guy is pretty beast. I do like that back style. There's some things with it that I like, and some things I don't. But I mean, at the same time, you don't have to wear it. You don't.
Yep, you don't. You definitely don't. That's what's cool about DC.
All right, so let me get Camel to log us in. We'll just we'll hop in and do just look. We're looking. We're not doing the instance. I'm stressing that.
All right, all right. We just get outfitted with a utility belt, just in case.
Just in case.
In case we want to fight something. We don't have to, but
All right, so the new instances are for the alerts. We have a League Hall, the League Hall security breach, and there. And then we also have the new operation, which is the inter-gang crime wave. And just like Super Patriot said, you only need a combat you only need a combat rating of 100 to get this to get into these. And even Theorem of Scare, it's 100. So you're literally looking at if these new stuff come in, if a new player comes in and they finally got up to where they need to be, you can, players now have that choice where if they get DLC, if they get Amazon Fury, it's cool. Then they can work there also into Halls of Power. They could either just get Halls of Power by itself because it's the brand new one, and they can still easily get in. Apparently, we're joining the Griddles.
Riddles?
Apparently that's Camel and Michael Grid's league. The Griddles.
Hey, real quick, I just need to confirm something here and all that. Because I'm being asked this question here. Vagrant, you are going to SOE Live this year, right? No?
I don't want to answer that because I'm going to disappoint you. It's just too much. For a plane ticket right now, it's like $600, and it's like $600 I don't have.
Holy crap! Who are you going with? Did you get a Priceline?
Well, the range is like, because it's only like a month away, it's like $400 to $600.
That's true. Yeah, my ticket was like $440, and I got mine last month. So,
And that's without like drinks, because I would want to drink with the developers. Duh.
it's true.
That's like without food, in case I want to go other places. Just too much.
It's okay, we understand, because I'm going there poor myself. There's like no money going in.
Poor for the win.
Yep. All right. And who are we waiting for? Because I'm getting impatient now to do this. I think we're waiting for Grid.
Yeah.
Michael, what are you doing?
We can ban him, right?
I'm like doing my skills as we speak.
All right, so we're going to take a look inside. We're going to do a little bit of this League Hall alert. We're not going to do much. I wanted to stress that.
You're just like, oh God, please.
I don't want to sit here for 30 minutes and just do a whole alert because it's a podcast.
You never know. It could be really short.
That's true. But I probably won't because I like to take my time. I like to take my time with new stuff. But this also gives us a glimpse and how it's going to affect, because in League Hall, it's the security breach. We're actually getting villains. I think it's the dredges are coming into our League Halls, and we have to defend it.
Yep. Oh.
And they even new in the load screen, new tips even shows the prestige currency stuff for League Halls, so that's very good. So
I think it would be funny if we just got attacked suddenly.
So there you go. There's like 6 portals in your league hall to return to last location, just in case one wasn't enough.
Yeah, the League Hall stuff is pretty cool, guys.
There's another colony trader in here, and he just gives us, and he can repair us, because I need to repair. It's alright.
So the vendor now is like outside there, outside the portal now. It's not inside.
Correct. For the tier gear,
inside the war zone, or wherever they want to put it.
yeah, the colony trader is in the watchtower or the Hall of Doom, and that's where the tier gear is. It's right there beside the portal to go into the war zone area, like you said.
Cool.
I'm sorry. I need to correct myself. The league is the Gritties, not the Griddles. I am so sorry for that mistake.
Gritties.
Alright, since we're picking something up, the fonts...
It's probably going to be a cutscene to where we just get screwed.
And none of those pictures are me, so I'm a little upset for the statues. Those are not me. And there's me. I see me. Okay. Head towards the central hub. First off, league halls are freaking huge. Oh,
Yeah,
we got parademons. Parademons are
In the
here.
group fire.
No.
That'll be a negatory. I'm sorry. Who didn't have time to set this up? Who didn't? Who want to go in here just all willy nilly like? If I had time, I would have grabbed a fire tank. You people keep rushing me. So we see that
There's
go.
no point in getting a fire tank because you didn't do anything with fire tanks.
That's true. So it was basically fire changes.
It's
So,
all
yeah.
about the pew pew pew, not the guy who's making sure everybody's not killing the guy. Pew pew pewing.
So in the league halls, you see that there's actually mother boxes with parademon soldiers coming out. And you see your statues all over the place too. So I mean, you're fighting in your league hall. There's some ownership pride there. It's really
It's pretty cool.
Get out of my house!
Oh, and more parademons summon up.
See, this is why they need to make a league hall. All right, there's like a flying ship. All right, and then you can do the whole Harrison Ford. Get off my plane!
Oh, I broke my leg. The door fell on me. Too soon? It's not too soon.
Yeah, it's a bit too soon for that, probably.
He's alive.
I know.
Oh, sorry, boom tubes. Sorry, my apologies. Grid had to correct me. It's boom tubes. I'm sorry. Anytime I mention Apocalypse or Darkseid on Twitter, I get Motherbox coming over and ping
Bing,
me.
bing, bing, bing. Yeah.
It's a little unnerving.
All right. Well, while you guys are dishing out this here, I think maybe I will go over everything that we're getting with DLC 11 here.
I would absolutely love that. And so kudos to you for wanting to have a third person on the show.
Right.
No, I'm giving you props. This is me giving you props about the idea. Because both of us are in here, so you can talk and we can just bounce off and stuff.
Yeah. Everybody gets to hear my lovely voice.
Yeah, you pretty much gave me a playmate. Thank you.
Okay, so obviously and all that, which operation you guys in right now?
We are in the League Hall's security breach alert.
Okay. Okay, so with this DLC, okay, they're getting the League Hall's security breach, which we're watching right now. We're also getting the Intergame Crime Wave operation. Intergame is using high-tech weaponry to create havoc in Metropolis and steal a fortune from the financial district. Heroes and villains alike find themselves clashing with Intergame either to thwart their plans or stab them in the back and steal the gold for themselves. That is an open world operation, tier 6 operation, 4-player tab, combat rating 100. Everything's combat rating 100 for this DLC, folks. So even if you did not, get too heavy involved in doing the Amazon Fury, as long as your CR is 100 and all that, you should be able to do it. Obviously, next up, come up here with the alerts. This is what everybody's really excited about, is the Tier 8 alerts. The Tier 6 8-man alerts, the alerts. Hold your questions, please, until after I'm done reading through this. I will get on that fire update in a minute when we go to talk about it. Let's see here. So, first off, we're having one is an 8-man operation. The artifacts from the past. So the plot thickens as the dregs begin attacking league halls on Earth. How are they using boom tubes, and why are these mindless husks of the old gods organizing an attack? Someone else must be behind this. You will travel to your allies' homeworld and discover what is behind the attack and rescue a key ally from the clutches of the enemy. Now, I don't know if this is actually going to take us deep down inside of New Genesis, like Fiddle showed us on the live stream or not, or if it will be on the surface of New Genesis when we do this. But that is one of the 8-mans. The next up, we have two regular raids. The Necropolis Relics of Urgrund, where you will travel to your new guy's homeworld and recover an artifact that has been located somewhere deep in the Necropolis on the planet. Hordes of dregs stand in your way. In order to defeat them, you will need to wield the awesome power of the old gods. And then we are also getting League Hall Lockdown. This is going to be another 8-man raid, apparently inside your League Hall, where you'll defend your League Hall from an enemy force bent on retrieving the Third World artifact now humming with power in your League Halls. Wave after wave of enemies will launch an assault with powerful bosses in an epic last battle. This is one of the most challenging raids you will face in Halls of Power. This to me sounds like, okay, they say it's the most challenging one. This to me sounds like it's kind of a survival mode-esque raid.
That's how we're feeling right now in our League Hall.
Yeah.
Basically like Prime Battleground or Paradox Wave.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. Yeah, Prime Battleground, Paradox Wave, FOS 3, a raid like that. That sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. That one there sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, too, as they showed already for you guys, the new PvE gear, sets and all that, patterned after the bugs and the parademons coming there for the parademons for the villains, bugs for the heroes. I know a lot of people out there were talking about saying the gear's ugly. And, I mean, it's not the best looking gear in the world. It's not something I would actually put on my tune, but it is is lore themed appropriately. They do look good for what they are, and I believe okay. And Meps here in the chat says, to be clear, we do not intend DLC content to be so hard only a few groups globally in all of DCO can complete it. So it's not another Nexus and Wave issue and Origins.
Thank God! Because I still have not ran those anymore, and I have no intention to.
Well, now you don't need to, because you're going to get yourself up there where you're doing Tier 6 now, right?
Yeah.
Well, he'll want to get Time Traveler sets and stuff like that. Or
yeah, if I ever want to be Brittany when I grow up, but I mean, I already hug her. That's all I need.
I mean, Yukon wants to know, he has one stupid question: why do we have a relic of ultimate power just lying around in our league halls? And Mep says, why not?
League halls are based on the trust formula.
But I believe, in regards to the styles for the gear and everything like that, I believe Jens said on a stream that he that they don't want to introduce they don't want to introduce the dark side themed gear first. So we'll probably see something along those lines of like Calabac, Dark Side, for the villains, and Orion, and who's the Allfather?
Highfather.
Allfather, yeah. Highfather. My father. Yeah. So you see, styles themed after them, and probably part 3. So keep playing. New base items, of course, with Halls of Power and all that, and League Halls, we are going to get new base items as well. So I'm looking forward to that and decorating my League Hall up. My league has a plan. We're going to beat this 2-week thing.
I've heard of this plan, and the plan's outrageous.
We have a plan. It's insane, but we have a plan. My goal is whenever this drops, all right, whenever the update drops, our goal is, all right, say the update drops like on a Monday or Tuesday, hopefully we're going to be able to have what we need to get our League Hall by Saturday or Sunday.
Listen to this guy.
Yeah.
You're cocky over there, aren't you?
Yeah, we have a plan. We have a plan. On paper, it adds up.
You're going to invite a whole bunch of people, run them through a whole bunch of stuff, and then kick them.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not a douchebag like that.
Who said it was a douche? Who said
that
that's
is
douchebaggy?
That's a douchebag move, sir. That's a douche.
It's for the greater good.
That's something a villain would think of doing.
All right, so we have our first boss here in the League Hall alert, Commander Wrecker. I just want to state that he is a staff user, and so I find him non-threatening automatically. Oh, look, he actually summons a Guardian drone. Oh, spoke too soon.
Gotta kill that Guardian drone.
Yes, you do. DPS.
Stealing 1 damage because of that shield that he's putting up.
Yeah, I really spoke too soon. Ooh, Promethean box.
Tricks is done. Lockbox, come out.
What's that new aura I can't use only on the test server? Awesome. Everything is awesome.
League Hall grind. I might do that. I don't know. I don't want to give away my secret though. I will definitely stream the night that we get our League Hall. I will definitely be streaming that.
Of course. But of course. I did not insult staff users. I can't even finish the sentence. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He did.
You're so easy to telegraph. Even PvP. I'm looking at a PvE aspect. It's so easy to telegraph. Dear Lord, Vagrant, they love you.
There are requests right now in the stream to spawn Dark Side right now in the middle of this alert.
All because of the staff joke, huh? Is that how you staff users are? Ban him now, Mess. Really, Decon? You too? Et tu, Decon?
I do have a Twitch. My Twitch is my name right here.
Yep, just today's house.
Hi.
Alright, so what else is coming in Halls of Power? Or is that everything?
They'll do new collections and feats. God, collections. As long as they're not freaking associated with feats, I'm fine with the collections. if the collections go towards a feat, I'm going to be upset. I've done that feat on the vanilla feat.
Don't question the question.
4 tunes. On 4 tunes, yes.
Ooh.
4 characters now.
I would be done too.
Yeah.
I would be completely done.
Let's see here. This League Hall security breach here. Parademons or bugs are pouring out of boom tubes and attacking hero and villain leagues. These powerful foes seek. Are they testing our strength, or is there more to it?
All I know is we're getting wrecked right about now.
You guys are doing fine. What are you talking about?
I'm dying.
You're not dying. You're doing fine. Your health is debuffed. your heals were debuffed right there, but I mean, break out, Trex.
I'm breaking.
You guys got that new mechanic in there and all that. Even hard stuns, you can just break right out of them.
Calm down.
I don't mean to calm down, sir. But update 39 is also on the test server here, so I'm going to go over here and I want to find that.
Yes, please, while we're still trying to
and we will
work
go
on
over update 39.
Which was the original plan before DLC 11 came on.
Let's see here. Coming with update 39, along outside the league hall stuff, which we've gone over. We went over in a previous show, and we'll talk a little bit more about here.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Update 39. All right. I'm not going to get into the firepower talks just yet because I want to, maybe see if we have a fire tune to show them.
Yes.
But,
yes. We will.
Yeah. On the test league halls. Okay. On PC test, been updated with the following changes. All right. League halls. Amenities are now available in league hall. Additional color can be added to customize your league hall. Yeah. Amazon Fury Part 1 Player Awards. The Archon's utility belt of endurance has had its cost fixed to be in line with the utility belts of other roles. I didn't realize it was more expensive.
They might have meant to say stats or something.
I don't know. It says cost.
They don't believe in spell checks.
So here, survival mode. Owen Science cells. They fixed an issue with Vice not always charging, fixed an issue with Starlings not always following other targets, and fixed an issue with Black Adam's electric overload doing too much damage. Speaking of which, did you guys see Spittle just going ham on Twitter the other day?
Yeah, because it was on Monday when technically everybody got back from vacation from the holiday season. And it was a weird morning because Spill just went off on Twitter. Not like a bad off, but it was just like one tweet after the other. I'm like, this is very active for a Monday morning.
No, I mean I'm talking about. I think it was yesterday or the day before. It was when the Revolution got beat round 7.
Okay.
Or round 8. And they beat round 8, and it was after they put in the fix for Black Adam, right? And somebody called them a bunch of noobs and all that because they couldn't do it before that Black Adam fix.
Wow, what jerks!
Yeah, and Spittle just went ham on the guy, and I'm like, go get him. He was like, basically told the guys that you're calling people a bunch of noobs for doing something that you can't.
Yeah,
Spittle's
yeah,
hilarious.
Yeah, that's the internet. That sounds just like the internet. It sounds like Reddit, which I stay away from Reddit.
Let's see here. Moving on here. Feet. The hard light hacker enemies securing turrets are impeded less often, making it easier to obtain the feat. Summer seasonal Atlantean Outpost. The Atlantean Outpost event is now only 12 replay badges to reset. Let's see here.
Yeah, I was wondering why it was 29.
Yeah.
That's an odd number.
Rage superpowers will once again add the proper amount of health for each nearby enemy when used. Also with Earth, superpowers will once again add the proper amount of defense when used. Those out there who don't know, there was an issue with there was too much of a dominance boost being given to Earth and Rage when they were in tank stance.
That is correct.
Now they've been adjusted back to where they're supposed to be at.
In-game update 39. In-game update 39.
Voice chat volume overrides will now save. That's really it, except for the the fire stuff, which we will talk about here shortly. Is this seriously just the first boss?
This is seriously just the first boss.
You guys aren't done yet?
I'm also not modded because I just put on the gear. I didn't have time to mod my gear. So I'm missing a lot of like crit % chance and things like that.
Yeah, and I'm
Holy
Drex,
crap, look
so...
at baby faces! Baby faces!
Meth, what are you doing?
They're all level 1 though. He's giving us power, that's what he's doing. He's giving us power.
My rage innate. I can't even see. I have no idea what's going on.
There's so many numbers on my screen.
This is why we can't run nice things.
Necrolord's Bow. I swear, if I get something like Punchline Sign or something...
I just got loot,
like,
and the boss is still up. I can't even target the boss. There's so much going on. Where's the boss? Is he defeated? I'm trying to look through the names.
I have like so many baby faces on me. Jeez.
I can't deal with this. They're all going after Michael Grid.
I was like, where are you? I don't know where everybody's at.
So, for all the people listening to the podcast, if you don't join us for the live streams, you are missing out on a lot. But seriously, is the boss still up? Because I can't see him.
Yeah, he's on me. He's on me.
Okay, I see him. No, I can't get to you. No. He blended in so well.
There you go. Most of the baby faces are dead.
Okay, thank God.
Decon wants to know if you wish you had staff now.
That will still be a no. I rock my one-hander. I wish I can go back to bow. I want to go back to bow so bad. I miss bow. Alright, well, that was just creepy as sin. Where's Ticken? Ticken, like, the babyface thing was all her idea.
Actually, no. The babyface idea was mine.
Did someone call for a taxi?
Taxis.
I want to go home, but I feel like those fares are unreasonable.
I think they need to nerf that like guardian drone summoning. Maybe make it to where he doesn't summon it as often.
Stop calling for nerf and just deal with it.
Fine.
Just kill the drone, man. Jeez, come on.
Well, the drone will come in and it will shield
every now and then.
It will shield the drone will shield itself and the boss. So you can only do so much damage and then it will shield itself.
All right,
okay.
Finally, there we go.
Yay! All right.
Unattuned interplanetary swords.
Oh yeah, I actually checked the loot. Unattuned interplanetary mass. So for all the people who asked if we're still getting unattuned gear, yes, we're still getting unattuned gear. Which
what did you get, Trex?
I got a mask.
Just a mask?
I'm
wondering if any of the styles in here will be like rare styles like they did with War of the Light for Avatar Infiltrator.
That's true. Oh god, I love having stats right next to it. It's so much fun. Apparently, I got Stormforged Sub. I got controller feet from one of the baby faces. So, thanks for that.
How do you have 6 deeds?
Just don't ask questions on tests. we just don't.
You get stuff, all right? It's fun.
All right. Any questions in the chat here?
Yeah. Any questions about League Halls?
Other than whether or not Trex wishes he had staff.
Funny.
That was bad. You should imagine the brick I almost shat when he spawned in all those doomsdays when I was doing the Themyscira alert. I mean, it had to have been about 30 other damn things. I was like, oh my god. Plus, it was bad enough I was testing out the new earth tanking stuff. So I was like, I'm
we
still
have
like
more baby faces of it. Sorry, keep going.
Well, I'm still trying to get used to the loadout and everything. I'm live streaming. The next thing I know, we come up in the area where you go to put the weapon and the shield on the statue, and all of a sudden I just saw like a sea of freaking red, and it was all Doomsdays. I was like, oh my god!
I'm afraid to go into this next room.
They're wanting me to talk about fire. So I'm gonna get into fire.
Go ahead and start talking about fire.
I'm gonna go over the patch notes. I'm gonna go over the patch notes with the fire update. All right. First off, with fire, all right, they've added a new mechanic in there. It's called Oh my god, that's horrific.
Right?
I'm just now seeing the stream, and that is terrifying.
I said on the server, for anyone running the League Hall security breach, did you get to the baby face encounter yet?
Alright, well, you're talking about fire. This will be the last thing we do in this instance, and then we're going to switch to our fire tune so we can give a demonstration of everything. So,
oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god.
3, 2, 1. Go ahead, Trex, I'm counting on you.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! I'm lagging! I don't do that! What is going? There's so many skulls on the screen.
Why is there so many skulls? What are they doing?
I'm gonna come hang out with Michael. Oh my!
Oh my god! I have to see my health. 686,000 health.
We're not even like. We're like our tier is so high because this is from tier 1 content. Oh god. Okay.
I'm
this
lagging
is from
too.
Tier 1 content. I can't even move. Our health is barely budging though because this is like tier 1 content.
I think I'm okay.
Right here.
I think I rage crashed.
Did it matter?
It hurt a bit.
I need heals. I think I'm tanking right now.
How are they all ignoring me? I'm a bad tank. They all are ignoring me.
Help me, Trex. I wish I could show my screen because there's just numbers on numbers.
I'm on top of them all. It's like I'm playing King of the Mountain.
They're like stacking upon each other. My split damage is like so bad right now.
I threw up on them, but I'm not sure if I'm doing damage. Okay, I'm seeing it now. Okay. There's so many. We can't kill them all.
Wow.
We could
because question in the chat here: do you think the base items will be suitable fit for league halls, considering the items originally made for bases? I have no doubt that with all the new base items that we'll be getting, that more than likely we will have league hall worthy base items to put in the league halls.
I already have an idea for how I want to set mine up. I'm going to have rooms based on each of the DLCs that come out. So, like, I'd have a room based on, like, War of the Light and Fight for the Light. So just, like, nothing but Green Lantern things.
Yeah, it's like one of the guys in my league already said, he's like, I got an extra Mogo statue for the league hall. I'm like, that's awesome.
Oh, wow.
So what do you think about the fact that they didn't make any league hall PvP arenas? I'm a little upset about that, to be honest with you. I would have liked to have seen, 4-man, 5-man, even 8-man in the league halls. That would have been awesome. And Brittany's back in the chat. She's just like all of a sudden like, oh my god, all these baby faces.
Yeah, perfect time to come back. Don't get that baby fever. Seriously, do not get that. No, ma'am. Alright, so Vigor and I are going to switch over to our villain tunes.
Alright, switching character now.
Yep. So, these guys can have fun doing whatever the heck they want to do in here for the rest of it.
Robot Mep standing right there giving you a wave.
Yep. I said to him, I met your imposter Meps. AKA that hacker that messed with me. But now I can at least say that I got to, slash bow to the real Meps.
Alright, Meps in chat here. PvP arenas won't come in a DLC. They learned their lesson with Last Laugh.
Yes, I'm glad that we are eventually going to get some PvP updates. Yes.
League Halls is coming in an update though. That's why I'm wondering why.
Okay, so you're a little upset that the PvP side of League Halls isn't in the launch of League Halls.
Right.
Let's all remember that Jens did say, or he did kind of like leak out that the next PvP set is going to be Bat Family related again. So they're probably in the works. So probably not too far ahead.
Most likely, yeah. It's been a while. Okay, we're getting ready to do the fire testing here on Evil Test Ember Fire, which is a scantily clad female toon.
Yeah, this was during my testing of
Rule of thumb, everybody out there. Rule of thumb, everybody out there listening or watching the stream, okay? If you see a female toon that is scantily clad and in a flirty stance, it's a dude.
That is very wise words. Very wise words, sir. Wait, hold on.
I would say 99 out of 100 times it's going to be a dude. All right?
This wasn't on purpose. I actually wanted to open up my stats because I took all my clothes off because I wanted to see the base stats for a character at level 30. Just pretty much the naked stats for stuff.
Okay.
Come to Magic Wing for targets. Why don't you have targets here in your League
Are
Hall?
they set up in League Halls already?
I'm fine.
I don't know. I haven't been able to test League Halls too much yet.
The sparring targets, they should be down there in your containment area.
Okay. Thank you, Super Patriot. See, I'm thinking we had to like set them up
kind
of like base.
On test, I know this stuff. What's up with that?
Because you read, that's why.
I read most things, but I did miss the League Halls stream. So okay. All right. So what wing is it again?
It's down there in the containment area, like the prisoner area, the security wing.
I am definitely not there. How about we open
up
our map?
Security wing. I'll meet you there.
Sparring target. Okay, I am like on the other end of the building.
There's a lot of deposit boxes. Remember, I haven't been able to see all of the stuff because I was on the night where nothing was spawning.
Right.
I got on. I was so excited, then disappointment.
Gentleman Man Wolf wants to know where the muffin button is.
Oh my God, Gentleman Wolf is amazing. Because I can tell you now, there needs to be a muffin button.
I want a muffin button in my lair. Or in my League Hall.
Anyone who gets that reference, accept this high five. That'll be here for only a couple or so. Okay. Yeah.
Question: Can we lock up bosses in the security wing? From my understanding, the enemies that are locked up in the security wing, which you will see them when they get down there, they are random, but they are you will have like an OMAC in there. You'll have Brother Blood Disciple, stuff like that. So we got some over there right now. Fire tanking, nothing has changed with fire tanking. That's something we're getting ready to talk to.
Can I just say that, why don't they have bathrooms?
Villains don't deserve bathrooms.
We are villains. We have heroes locked up.
Oh, well, then they should definitely have bathrooms.
No, you see, it's the opposite way around. Heroes don't need bathrooms. Now it all makes sense.
I have never seen a hero use a restroom, so.
Decon, I am in absolute complete agreement with you on that statement. Every League Hall needs to have a bacon dispenser.
Second that motion. Or really third it. Okay, let me...
So we got Vagrant's over there. He's already showing us some of the powers and all that. I'll go down the patch notes here real quick while Trex is specking his tune.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it. I was just going to let him do it.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. We got fire with fire. Okay, absorb heat now also applies the new thermal absorption effect and also restores power when used against burning enemies. So it's not restoring health anymore. It's just restoring power when they're burning. Wildfire now always inflicts burning on the target and nearby enemies, which you could use that as your initial PI starter right there, along with a couple other powers. I'm sure there are still available for that. Flame Cascade. Flame Cascade no longer causes additional damage to burning, frostbitten, or electrified enemies. It now inflicts up to 3 levels of volatility on burning enemies. Enemy volatility levels increase damage. The thermal absorption effect causes burning enemies to restore power. And the duration of burning, volatility, and thermal absorption effects are extended. So, basically, this sounds like they're trying to make Flame Cascade useful, since it's never been, really.
Yeah, that's very true.
But there's a lot in there. There's a lot bigger. If you had a chance to actually play around with this more, then I know you put a video out about it, but have you had a chance to actually do more with it?
I was also corrected on forums. Someone told me how to get the most out of thermal absorption as well. So I've tested around with it. I know most of the ins and outs about it. So if you want me to explain it, I could give it my old college try.
Go for it.
All right, so basically, fire has just gotten some. I called it in my video advanced power interactions because I think that's what they called it on the forums, right? Advanced power interactions.
It's the awesome mechanic, yeah.
Yeah, is their awesome mechanic, and their advanced power interactions are called volatility and thermal absorption. Basically, volatility is just something that happens that causes extra damage, and I can actually show that off real quick. You have to have the burning power interaction on, like so, and then I would use something like Fire Burst to apply volatility. But it keeps going away on me.
because the power interactions on sparring targets are a little bit different. So, if need be, go ahead and duel me and we can take a look at it.
Are you actually wearing gear, Trex?
No, it's not going to do anything to me. Actually, it will, because it's going to burn the hell out of me.
Oh my god.
I just realized that would suck. It's like, no, it's not going to do anything. Now I remember that I have like 1,200 health. I'm like, yeah, that's going to hurt.
Are you in tank stance so I don't, deal so much damage that I kill you?
Okay, let's do this now. I am prepared.
Alright. Okay. Now I can actually talk about this without the burning power interaction going away in 2 seconds.
There you go.
Alright. Okay, so to start off volatility and thermal absorption, you have to apply burning with any kind of, power interaction, like wildfire, since wildfire is now an AoE burning power interaction.
Which it should have been to begin with.
Yeah. Then I'll cast Fire Burst, which applies...
Dear Lord!
Which applies the volatility effect to the max. That's that big red explosion that you see, guys. That killed him in one hit.
Alright, so I got my...
Try this on a sparring target.
I got my combat... Hold on, I got my combat log. Let's see if it'll show up.
Everybody should know, Trex is wearing PvE gear in a duel, so,
Ooh! So I'm looking at the damage here. Doesn't... Oh, there it is. Fire Burst critically damaged.
Fire Burst hits pretty hard.
Yeah, Fire Burst hit me for... critted me for 1,093.
Mm-hmm.
So, it... and of course... And remember the volatility it applies to if the enemy is burning, has the electricity debuff, and frostbitten. If they have all three, you're looking at the highest damage possible for anything that uses volatility. Because you can only be a maximum of 3, and those are the 3. So, and someone actually did test that. I think I found on the forums, or maybe it was in our test server initiative thing on Skype. But they showed the difference in damage, and having 1, 2, or in all 3 showed a lot of difference. It was like maybe around 4K different, I believe. So it does work. Alright, so talk a little bit about this thermal absorption.
Alright, so kind of like how volatility works with Fire Burst, when you use absorb heat, the power interaction of thermal absorption will occur, which is the blue flames that you see. And
Which
you
are
have
nice.
to cast Absorb Heat first for thermal absorption to happen, from what I was told on the forums. And then once you do that, all of the abilities that take advantage of volatility and thermal absorption will restore power to you. So that would be Fire Burst, Flame Cascade, Absorb Heat, and Mass Detonation.
Okay.
So you getting that?
Yeah, and according to the tooltip, Absorb Heat will still deliver the heal back effect that it normally does. It just now has this addition of thermal of absorption for the power.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you basically have to hit Absorb Heat first, and then start doing other abilities to get the power back.
Yep. Keep in mind that they have to be with the burning power interaction first for any of these to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, see, like, on my tooltip, it's saying Vagrant's Mass Detonation, critically healed Vagrant for 1008 power.
Wow.
With thermal absorption.
Okay.
In effect. Let me go ahead and read some more off. And you can actually jump cancel Absorb Heat once you get that first tick off to get some extra power that way, too. Or if you don't want the channel to, run its course, you can just jump cancel it.
So, we see Absorb Heat. Wildfire now inflicts the burning on the target and nearby enemies, which I could have sworn it was already doing. Because I used to run Wildfire a lot when I was tanking, mainly because it actually refreshed the burning dot on my target and the nearby enemies around it. So I just kept it just going. But sadly enough, if the taunt mechanic or the taunt theory in the game would be if an enemy is burning, they're going to be targeting the fire tank, then I would have had the aggro the entire time. Which is how I would have liked to do it. But it's just me.
I have some more numbers here as well. Vagrant's Fire Burst healed Vagrant for 744 power. Vagrant's Flame Cascade healed Vagrant for 491 power. Mass Det's pretty much going to be your big channeled.
And can you show us again the little animation thing that they do when you're walking around?
Oh,
Fire Burst and Mass Det.
All right, so this is Fire Burst.
This is what they mean by mobile. The mobility.
See how I can move? I thought they were going to do something like, if you're behind the enemy, you'll deal extra damage or something like that. But it's just a simple, you can walk around while you're casting it. It's just so like, if you're in Paradox Wave and you see the Paradox Tyrant like coming for you, you can be like, oh, let me move out of the way.
Man, that was one of the things that hurt Fire DPS a lot because we had to stand still because all of our big hits were all casting. We don't do instant damage.
This is Mass Det.
Are you flight?
No,
okay.
I'm acrobatics. I can change to flight for you real quick.
Put one of those in your bar and let's see the flight.
Yeah, you can fly around while casting it.
That's what I'm talking about. I want to be able to freaking fly and cast Mass Det and move around.
Soups, you got a little drool over here, buddy. You got a little drool. Let's calm that down.
All right. My issue is, this is fantastic. It's great, seeing them, work on the DPS side for Fire and all that, helping it out, getting it to where it's going to be on equal terms with the other powers out there.
Mm-hmm.
My issue and my continuing issue has always been is the freaking tanking aspect of it.
Yeah.
It needs love still. Give us half of what Rage gets for a health buff, and I'd be happy.
Yeah. So okay. So speaking of that, with the fire tank stuff, Mean Soups, what would you recommend? What would you like to see have done for Fire on a tanking aspect for a change?
Well, like I said, Rage's health buff that it gets is so much superior to Fire's, but of course it's all dependent on the Rage Crash thing and being able to cancel that Rage Crash. So, if they were to give us like half of that with Fire, half of what Rage gets with Fire, I think that would make Fire a lot more viable for tanking end game stuff, especially survival mode.
Yeah.
I've seen some fire tanks in there making it work and everything, but seriously, I mean, it's having all that extra health is great, but if there's no way to capitalize on that or to increase it beyond just what our stats allow us to, then it needs more. It needs more. And fire is not a shielding power.
It's not.
I don't want a shield. I don't want a shield for fire. I really don't. I like the fact that I can go in there and get my health up and be able to take shots on that. But I mean, it's like ever since Origin Crisis, it's been a struggle for fire tanks in a lot of difficult content.
Now, with the passive for fire, if I remember correctly, our health gets increased by the superpowers that we use. Basically, by each superpower, our health gets increased a little bit, right?
Okay, now, see, that's the thing, all right? It's not like Rage. All right? If we use one power, okay, we get buffed, our health gets buffed up by 20%.
Just for that one power.
Plus, I think it's like for every 2 points of dominance.
Yeah.
Just for that one
I'm
power.
taking the dominance part out.
If we pop another power, all right, we don't get it doesn't stack.
Okay, that's what I want to verify. Okay.
It doesn't stack, so it's like you pop you pop one power or you blow your entire freaking loadout out, in like a couple of seconds, you're only getting one buff.
Yeah. So how about for fire for its passive, and instead of it maybe for like Rage with each power used, how about for fire with each enemy that has the burning effect on them, we get a health increase. Now it'll also help us out because of course fire tanks will be burning the target so they can have the damage from the dot effect from burning, but it'll also allow the fire DPS to help the tanks out because the fire DPS will set everything on fire. Burning effects already is there now, and we jump in there and we got our health buff now. So instead of relying,
my thing is with fire. Okay, you don't get anything back from tanking, basically.
Yeah.
Right. So we've got two powers. We've got all these. Everybody talks about fire's benefit. The main benefit of fire is the self heals.
Yep.
Okay. Well, there's no benefit in speccing in all those self heals because the only self heal powers that we have, all right, are Burning Determination, Burnout, Stoke Flames,
Absorb Heat.
You can count, Absorb Heat, Reignition, and Eternal Flame. Now, my thing is this, all right, if they really want to take advantage or show the benefit of self-healing with a fire tank is, how about whenever, we get hit by somebody, instead of only having powers like Eternal Flame, which is 100% supercharge, and Burning Determination being the only two powers that heal us back for any damage we take, why not have, several powers like that give us a percentage of our health back for whatever damage we take? You know how Rage has, you activate Rage Crash, you activate Severe Punishment, you're healing back exactly as much health as you got damaged on. So long as you prevent yourself from crashing, you don't take any of that damage. Well, how's about giving us a mechanic similar to that, but without the Rage Crash? So, like, say we only get back 65% of the health from the damage that we took.
Yeah.
Something that we could use our dominance to scale up with, like Ice does and Earth does with their defense. The more dominance they have, the more defense they have. Something like that. Something that makes it so the main source and way that you tank with fire is not pop a power and hold block.
Yeah.
And pray the boss doesn't block break you.
On the first try.
I just didn't understand why they took the mechanic of fire's, health increase and applied it to rage and made it to where rage was just better fire without, at least tuning fire a little bit more before they release rage.
I think rage is the testing ground to make fire better.
But I just find that it was kind of, I don't like what I'm looking for a word that isn't like complete. Like, I feel bad for fire players because this is good news for DPS players. Tanks. When are tanks gonna get their update at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm happy to see Fire even come out with this kind of update as well.
Well, Ice is going to get something similar in the future as well. So I'm just waiting on the Fire tanking to be updated. Because we can throw around ideas all day, but I mean,
yeah.
Come when DLC 11 hits, fire tanks are still going to be left out in the cold. Unfortunately, they're
yeah.
they may be the power of fire, but they have been, burned out.
Look at you talking to. I mean, I've mained fire since launch. Up until freaking War of the Light came out.
Yeah.
I switched to Rage, and I mean, I was like constantly seeing. It's like FOS 2 came out. Need ice tank for FOS 2. I was like, I'll tank it. Are you ice? No, I'm fire. Well, you can't come then. Really? I mean, really? I mean, I can pull the freaking ads off the bridge, guys. I've got low pressure in my loadout.
I think what would have been a good way to help fire and then kind of build upon it was like maybe for the first couple of seconds you cast a fire move or something like that. You are completely immune to damage. And then like everything else is fine. Like, cause health, fire has the huge health pool, but if they get hit with an ability that hits hard, they might not survive it still. But let's say they had abilities that, applied complete immunity for 1 to 2 seconds or something like that. That could do something. But I mean, it's just an idea, but like I said, we could throw around ideas all day.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, fire has no mitigation whatsoever. None.
Yeah.
I mean, the hit's going to come, we're going to take it. Whereas with Rage...
not to mention, most bosses in some raids, they're meant to one-hit KO you. Doesn't matter how much health you have. They'll hit you for like 20, 30k, depending on, what the mechanic is.
Yeah. And, there's been a lot of discussion about that, in rage timers and everything like that, I mean, but this, even with these changes right here, it's like, everybody was talking about the enraged timers. That's why you only see, one healer, 4 DPS runs, in some of the raids now and everything. It's what, DPS, and, now with, all these changes they're making to just the DPS portion of powers and like, even with weapon mastery, I mean, why they took the stat buffs out for weapon mastery for support roles and just gave them a power, a reduction in power cost. I don't understand it. Weapon mastery would be so much more beneficial for healers to be using if, they were to get a stat increase on their rest of, or, that heal they cast was a crit, was always a crit heal. Fire,
yeah.
Tanks, getting a dominance buff or a defense buff.
Or like a quick immunity or something like that, like I said.
Yeah. Trollers getting, a boost in freaking Vit. Or dominance, or both, even. It's, I don't understand why they took that mechanic out and just gave us this, reduction in power cost instead. But it's like, I've heard the jokes on it. People, starting to call this game DPS Universe Online, and
let's be honest here. Let's be honest here, Soups. It's weapon mastery combo. Universe Online.
But you can see it, especially with these changes with Fire. I mean, Fire does not need just love with the DPS side; it needs love with the damn tanking side too, and they need to do something about it.
Yeah.
Do something.
I mean, like, let's compare, like, all the tanks real quick, you know. Fire was more or less, if you compared it to another MMO, was like... The easiest way to bring it up is, like, Dark Knights from another game. Because they, like, self-healed, more or less, kind of leached health.
You mean Death Knights?
Is that how Death Knights work in World of Warcraft? They leech health, or they increase their health pool?
In one of the trees, blood. They're the blood tanks, yeah. Because blood relied on the leeches with to actually take the health from the actual enemy and bring it back to you. They also serve as if one drops, you get health for it. So it's a self-heal, very strong self-heal tank that I still absolutely love, and you're making me miss it so much. Oh, love my Death Knight.
And then Ice was the Paladins, because they're all about shielding.
Yes.
Earth was kind of like a mix of a Paladin and its own thing, because it was able to tank via pets, and then they had shields on their own as well with absorption, kind of.
Yeah.
And then Rage is kind of its own thing as well with the Rage Crash mechanic.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see Rage as more as the warrior class.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Because, I mean, they can go in there and just take all this damage, and, I mean, honestly, the tanks, the warriors have the best mitigation in that game, so I think the best mitigation in DCUO has got to probably be Ice as well. I mean, they got better mitigation than Earth, in my opinion, even with the damage absorption. So...
I mean, Ice is still the king tank out there, with Rage and then Earth probably tied, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
No, but I am never switching my main to Ice. Just not happening.
All right, so before we end the stream, let's do a quick tour of the actual league base, league hall, because I know someone in the chat asked about it. So right now we are in the security wing. Sorry. We're on our villain tunes, so we actually have some heroes here locked up. We got 4 single target sparring targets. I'm sorry, there's more than that. There's 6. My apologies.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And then you have an AoE perspective room, so you can, try out your AoE powers. By the way, Fireburst can actually spread volatility, for all of those wondering out there.
Holy crap.
And it's the only power that can.
Somebody in the chat said Earth is at the bottom for tanking.
They need to play Earth.
And you need to play Earth. Earth gets a... Alright, they get an increase to their dominance, increase to their defense based off their dominance, and when they use a power. They have shielding, alright, and they have damage absorption. The only thing that's holding back Earth from being over fire is the fact that you have to set that shit up. Seriously, you got the cast time for gemstone shield. You got you got to use aftershock for your absorption. And with brick out, I mean, forget about it. I mean, you can shield, absorb, and have a pet taking some of the damage off you for it. The only thing Earth's got holding it back, from it being better than Ice is the fact that you got to set all that crap up.
That's very true.
Yep, Ice can just do it.
All right, so we're over here in the storage facility, or the storage area, I guess.
Yeah, you got the donation boxes on the left-hand side.
Oh yeah, they're over here.
Which will increase your prestige by donating things.
And you can see your prestige right down here below the item, which will show how much it will give if you just donate it. Or I'm sorry, the tribute. Then you also have your donate, which I don't have anything because I don't have base items. Which, of course, the base items when you donate go into the decorations here, and you can start. And whoever has the permission to decorate the base will be decorating your base, which I recommend. Ponies all over the place.
How many total statuaries can we have down?
From what I've seen. Let me go count how many statuary pedestals there are. Let's see. All right, so out in the main league hall, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, in the main league hall, and then you got a hallway that has 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you have 1, 2, 3, no, 1, 2 over here. So looks like 10. Because you got 2 in the observation room, 2 in the hallway connecting the observation room and the central hub. And there actually might be more, because I've counted 10 so far.
I've heard 16. I've heard 14.
10. Yep. There's another 4 in this hallway over here. So 14. Probably, it's looking like it's going to be 14. Yeah, I'm thinking 14.
Okay.
And here's your giant computer right here on screen that will automatically connect you to Pornhub.
Wow.
Hey, we are villains.
Yes.
I'm gonna hug the screen as soon as you bring up that one website that we talked about.
Alright, so
Moving on.
It's all Wi-Fi.
Command center is awesome.
We got some mailboxes over here in the data core. So basically, you're never going to go to the Watchtower or the Hall of Doom again.
Nope. Nope. And these are all preloaded. So once you get your League Hall, this is all there.
Yep.
You got R&D stations. You got... This is the bank? This is your proficiency
generator.
Yeah.
Is Black Lantern ever going to be in the game? I'm going to answer that question by quoting Jens Anderson from SOE Live last year when he's talking about the War of the Light trilogy DLC they have set up. He specifically stated, and I quote, War of the Light trilogy will focus on all emotions of the all emotional spectrums, including the lack thereof.
Yeah.
All colors of the emotional
means
spectrum.
The lack of colors,
Or the lack
AKA
thereof.
white and black.
Right.
Alright, yeah. So, there you go. That is League Halls. We're on the villain side. We are actually stationed over here in the moon. Why didn't you choose the sea?
This is the sea.
Oh.
Which
You
sea
only
did you
you
pick?
only get Sea of Serenity.
Nice.
You
What-
only get a lunar. Why did I pick the Sea of Serenity?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wanted to make a league hall. I didn't really care.
Wasn't a reason why?
No.
I think all the Firefly fans out there are going to pick Sea of Serenity.
Oh. See, I've never watched that.
Yeah.
What?
Oh! Nerd card. Turn it in right now. Let's go.
What? I play D&D. I am the ultimate nerd on this podcast.
No,
So
you have not watched Firefly. I've played D&D too. Come on. Give me your nerd
you
card.
play D&D?
The people I do a show with.
Don't worry, Trex. You're gonna play D&D too.
That was all back
If
then.
I went to SOE, we would have done a one shot.
I don't dice roll anymore. My dice roll hand is retired.
Weapon Mech says that Flamboyant Bane will be a Sapphire Lantern.
For show. Who are you kidding?
Have you heard Trex's Flamboyant Bane impression?
No.
That
Do
vagrant?
I want to?
Well, I'm tired, so that's not going to happen today.
No, if I want to.
Whatever, it's fantastic. It's majestic. Like a baby golden eagle in Canada. It's awesome. Some of those things aren't real.
You're carrying the weight for both of us, Trex.
There you go. So be sure to find the DCO SourceCast over on Facebook and the Twitter at DCO SourceCast or even DCO Podcast. You can also find all of the past episodes over at Trexlight.com. Soups, where can we find you?
You can, of course, find me at youtube.com/The Daddy's House. I am also on the Facebook /The Daddy's House there, and I'm on the Twitter at The Daddy's House. I am also on Twitch here as well, which, The Daddy's House. I'm getting a good run on that name so far. Trex, where can we find you?
You can correspond with me at youtube.com/Trexlight, over on Facebook at facebook.com/Trexlight, and especially on the Twitter at This Is Trex. Vagrant, where can we find you?
Well, you can find me on YouTube /The Alpha Tester because I couldn't get Vagrant Gaming, unfortunately, because it was taken. You can find me on Twitter at /Vagrant_gaming. You can also find me on Facebook /Vagrant Game. I'm just all over the place because Vagrant Gaming is just freaking taken everywhere. And you can also find me on Twitch, Vagrant Gaming. Fortunately, is Vagrant Gaming on Twitch. And I think that's about it.
Awesome. So be sure to tune in next week for DCO FNL over at twitch.tv/DC Universe Online. And we have Soups back on FNL next week for the next PlayStation FNL tour. What's the theme? It's next week.
No theme next week. No theme next week. This is the last tournament before SOE Live. Yes.
How you feeling about it?
I'm feeling excited.
You got any predictions for us so far?
Predictions? Pain. Nobody else get that movie reference? That was a Rocky 3 reference. Come on.
Oh gosh,
It's been years.
Yeah.
I don't have enough energy to watch it.
All right.
Should we turn in our guy cards now? I mean,
homework for next week. Vagrant, you need to watch all Firefly. It's only like 14 episodes. Okay.
Sadly,
I know it's been and a movie.
Trex, you need to go, and the movie, yeah. And Trex, you need to watch Rocky 3.
Yeah, I'll definitely do it.
Yeah, I know you won't. Weapon Mex wants to know if we're going to be doing SourceCast live at SOE.
If I'm able to make it, you better believe it.
Yep, that's SourceCast live at SOE live. Most definitely.
And so, before we go, I wanted to say that, because I know a couple of people have asked me about the donations, like, Trex, you're going to do no donation drive so you can get to SOE live. It's been on my mind to do it. It's been on my mind all week to do it, and doing a donations thing like that, I want to try and give out prizes, and sadly, I'm not a person who actually has prizes to give, especially in the aspect of DCUO. So the prize idea was going to be, because I was going to max it out to if I got $500 donated, $500 max, I was going to dress up as Zombie Cupid, as a zombie cherub for SOE Live. I was going to do it if I could have got that donation.
Oh man, let me get my checkbook.
So, there is, on the bottom of my Twitch channel, there is a link to donate. If you want, I'm not going to set up anything special for it, but if you want to donate towards that, just put a little message in there saying for SOE Live, or SOE Live Cherub, or just put Cherub, or Zombie Cherub. I mean, I'll promote this a little bit more during the weekends once I have something finalized to link it. But, yeah, if... all the donations really go towards helping for the hotel, helping for the flight and stuff, and just help me out, cover my bases. Really, I think I had everything done, but it's still wiggle room, especially with my job right now because it's getting kind of wonky. But yeah, it's going to be, if I can get $500 donated, I will cosplay as the zombie cherub for the zombie prom at SOE Live.
And I just want to say, too, folks, I will make sure Trex does this with the money, because last year, all the money he's donated, he blew it trying to live Chow's life in Vegas, so it all went towards blow and hookers. So
that is respectable.
I tried to. There was a package, the Johnny Depp experience, and I had to do it. I had to do it. I hugged Penelope Cruz. Or I think it was Penelope Cruz. Might have just been a fat Mexican. I don't know.
That was Daddy-O.
So there you go. There's my official announcement for it. That just hit the link on the page on my Twitch channel. There's a little donate page. Donate to it. Put a little message saying SOE Live, and if I get $500 donated, then I will dress up as a cherub. Toga. I can't promise I'll have like a bow and arrow because I don't want to have TSA on me.
The zombie cherub thing is very appropriate because that Valentine's Day event has been dead since the first time they dropped it.
So there you go. I am a running theme. So there you go.
They were like never again. Never again.
So there you go. Start donating away. Every little bit helps, of course. And just hit the link on the PayPal, and I'll have something together for this weekend officially that you guys can link to. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in, as always, to our live streams, to our recorded podcast. And remember to always check us out after FNL every Friday night over at twitch.tv/Trexlight. So thanks, Soups, and thanks, Vagrant, for another Friday night with me. And we'll see you guys next week.
Take care.
Later.
Bye.
I can't find the mouth. I found it.